So hi, Jackie.
Hey, Carly.
How have you been since last week?
Up and down, I guess.
Yeah. Tell me some more about
Well, I went to Thanksgiving at Longview, and I went home. So that's always a change because I'm used to doing my own thing, and my parents are like, "Where you going? What you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm doing my own thing. Chill out."
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. Today they I guess felt bad, and I felt a little bad too because there was a bit of conflict. So we're all super harmonious and eating food, and we're like, "We love you." And
It's funny how Thanksgiving kind of brings everyone together that way.
It's funny because it wasn't that way during Thanksgiving.
It
was after
it was
Thanksgiving.
afterward. That is funny. Okay, so what I really want us to focus on today in this session is setting some goals for you.
Okay.
So where do you see yourself, let's think long term, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Overall, probably having finished PA school.
Yeah.
By that point. Already practicing, maybe starting a business.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, of course, you're here kind of, you started coming to counseling sessions really just with the whole stress of college and really figuring out exactly the steps to take for what you want to do with your life, and then the family pressures that are added into that, and that's kind of why you've come here for counseling, right?
Right.
Okay. So where do you want, if your ultimate goal, in the next 5 years, you want to be done with PA school, you want to have maybe even started your own practice, your own business, and be in that. Where do you want to be? What do you want to have accomplished after these counseling sessions are over? In the next, and we'll see how long they take. In the next 6 to 12 weeks, about what do you want to have accomplished in those times?
Probably more security in myself and my capability to handle PA school and the stresses that are going to come even after PA school. Yeah. And not just in the am I capable, but in the as overall as a person, am I whole, I guess is what I'm trying to
Okay.
say.
So what I'm getting is you just want to be able to say, this is what I'm doing at least for now. Here's plan A, here's plan B, and these are the routes that I'm taking to accomplish those things.
Right, but also not getting right, but also apart from that, being whole as a person. So not just practicing and then having issues of my own that are unresolved, but being able to bring myself as a whole person, giving 100% to my patients.
Okay. So
if that makes sense. So spiritually, emotionally,
right. The whole thing as a person, not just focusing on what you want to do with your education and your career, but in every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
Just to feel more secure about every aspect.
Yeah.
Is kind of where you're wanting to be. Okay, so let's think if that's where you're just kind of feeling that more confidence about yourself in all areas of your life in the next few weeks. What's something that maybe we can work on together, a goal that we can set for you to have accomplished by next week for our next session?
Probably thinking better of myself, and that I noticed, I was reading this article the other day that was ways to know your self-esteem is low, and it was if you make self-deprecating jokes or stuff like that, and I hadn't noticed that I've really slipped into that habit badly lately, and so I just kind of want to step back, and every time I have one of those thoughts, be okay, what is actually true and what is an idea that's coming from somewhere else that's not you, that's not true about you.
Right. Okay, well then I think that's an excellent goal to set, something that we can definitely work on together within the next week. What I would like for you to do, for us to look at next week, I want you to write down those moments whenever you do have that kind of self-deprecating thought of yourself or a negative joke, and the times whenever you're but no, that's not how I should think about myself. Let me think about myself this way. Look at this good quality about myself. I want you to write about all the thoughts that you have, whether it was just negative and you didn't build yourself back up, but especially focus on those positive thoughts. Reinforcing yourself to retrain your brain almost to think of yourself in a more positive light. And bring that back, that journal back with you next week. And let's talk about and how those moments made you feel, the moments where you were able to say, that's not a good thought to have about myself. I'm not like that. Look at all these good things about me. And let's talk about how those made you feel, and what are some other ways that maybe we can reinforce those thoughts besides just writing them down?
Oh, no.
Like, what if you're in a position where you do have one of those thoughts, and maybe you're struggling with pumping yourself up and giving yourself encouragement?
I've
What's something
seen,
you could do?
I forget where I saw it. I know it was like somewhere on the internet where there's a video or something that was take note of the moments that you are feeling really good about yourself and remember what about it made you feel good and like kind of try to recreate those.
I think that's a great idea. I do definitely not, just those moments where you're like, I feel really good about myself. And then think about why you're feeling that way. What was going on? Was it a new outfit that you put on? You're like, hey, I look really good in this. Right? What that outfit, or maybe you accomplished a task, whether it was for school or maybe your job as an RA, and you're like, look what I was able to do in school or for that person, and make note of that. So I think we definitely have a good list of goals that we have set for ourselves for next week. So just don't forget to write them down, okay, Jackie?
Okay.
All right. I really enjoyed speaking with you today, and I can't wait to see you next week.